Today, we have the most amazing day because my favorite artist is here. Now, I thought I was crazy about him, and I stalked him the last time he was here, but we have crazy fans, too, who love Prince! You don't understand, Prince. I have wanted to make love to you for my whole life.
Yeah. Well, I'll tell you what happened. The last time Prince was here, Sherry scared him so badly that it took us 2 years to get him to come back. And, you know, he rarely does television appearances, so I think it's probably... here we go. I better get him out here before he looks and ducks and runs. Please welcome back the fabulous, amazing Prince. The last time, you know, we were lucky enough that you came. We all ended up going to the concert, to your concert. And I'm telling you, it was rocking. It was just, it was... Go ahead, Sherry. I know you want to say that.
When we went to the concert, Prince, it was not only like rocking, like Whoopi said, and I got called on stage. You called me on stage, and I danced and almost had a heart attack. The first 30 seconds, you dance and sing nonstop for the entire concert. Yes, how you do that?
Music and spirit moves us.
Oh, you moved everybody in there. I mean, it was like the best show I think I've ever seen in my life. And then I had to get home, get this, I had to go home for the sitter for the kids. And so I leave and I was like, you know, there might be an encore. And I'm like, I don't know what to do. I've got to go. So I'm in the car. I get a text from Sherry saying, girl, he just called you up on stage. Prince just called you up on stage. I was like, this is another concert coming up?
Yes, we are doing some shows in Chicago.
In Chicago?
Yes.
Okay, well, I'll have to go to Chicago. But you know, we know you as a very mysterious man. You don't do a lot of interviews. You're very sweet, but you're very much to yourself. And shy?
I wouldn't say.
Okay. So, I mean, when you go on stage, you're a different person. So, but off stage, you're very quiet and very mysterious. What is that all about?
I'm just that way around you.
Well, whatever so. But it's interesting because on stage it's all out there, and privately you're a very modest man. Or quiet.
I have my quiet moments.
This is one of them.
Are you on like Facebook, Twitter, social media?
Nothing.
None of that. Well, did you watch like American Idol, or, you know, I always think of your career, it's been so full and rich, right? So all these young kids, and now even on America's Got Talent, even some more mature adults are trying to get a career started in music. You don't watch it at all?
Not so much.
What do you think of them, though? What do you think of Justin Bieber and Lady Gaga and the new people?
Well, different strokes for different folks. Right. I make music, so I don't watch it too much.
I see.
Well, you know, you do make it.
It's a gig, you know.
You do make music, Prince, and I heard that you have a vault of hundreds of unreleased songs. Are you ever going to release them and let us hear?
One day, someone will release them. I don't know that I'll get to release them.
Why are you holding on to them?
There's just so many, and I like writing new stuff. We do new stuff all the time. I meet a lot of new musicians who inspire different sounds. And
I was reading that, like, you'll go out there with 300 songs that you might decide at the last minute to perform.
I know.
That's very risky, is it not? The whole band has to be in sync with you, right?
Well, they rehearse a lot. It's a well-oiled machine. One of my favorite band leaders is Bruce Springsteen. I've watched him many years, and I was backstage one night and I saw him turn around and give a cue, and the band switched on a dime. I used to see James Brown do that a lot too. So
Wow.
you learn from the best. You know?
Wow.
And you know, Prince, you talked about going to Chicago to perform, and you've just announced that you're doing 3 Chicago shows later this month, and it's called Welcome to Chicago. You're supporting an organization, and it's called Rebuild the Dream. So can you tell us why you're involved with Rebuild the Dream?
Well, Van Jones is a friend of mine. I met him first as a person who could tell me about the government. He was there for a while, and I wanted to learn an extension of my Bible studies. And he taught me a lot about that. And we just hit it off. He's very funny. I like funny people. And he's a great father. You know, watch how he interacted with his children. And he seems to be a brother who cares about not only his people, but all people.
Yeah.
You know, so I learned a lot.
It's a great thing to do, especially now for Chicago, because they've had a lot of troubles, and it's a great city. So I think it's quite wonderful that you're going to go and bring a little cheer, like we hope.
Healing.
A little healing.
He brings
maybe.
a little healing wherever he goes,
right.
because he's the Prince. Yeah, no. Hold on. Just a minute, y'all. Now, Prince is staying with us. And we'll be right back. Now you can clap.
Who's joined by 2 friends helping him make his upcoming shows in Chicago an event with a lasting impression on the Windy City from the ground up. Please welcome an actress you know from films like Men in Black 2 and Rent, Rosario Dawson, and former advisor to President Obama and best-selling author Van Jones. Welcome. Welcome, Rosario and Van. Rosario, I have to say, you give the best hug. She hugs you so tight. You really feel love when Rosario hugs you. But you've known Prince for 14 years.
Really?
How did that happen?
Blessings, many blessings. I started acting at 15, and I guess that's how I was exposed. And I remember at 19, I was working on a film, Light It Up, and I got a call saying, you know, Prince would like to talk to you about his upcoming album. And I was like, yes. And he called, and he was doing you were doing your 1999 remix album, and there was a monologue you had written, and he wanted me to perform it and come down to Paisley Park, which I was able to do, and it was just remarkable. And it's been 14 years now, actually, of being very supportive of each other's work, and it's I want to go back to Paisley because I hear you have solar panels on it now. Things have changed.
Going green. Van, we were talking a little bit about the grassroots organization that you started. Was it a year ago?
About a year
called
ago.
Rebuild the Dream.
Rebuild the Dream.
And we know, Sherry mentioned that, Prince, you're going to be performing, is it 3 concerts, right, there in Chicago. Can you tell everyone a little bit about it? I want to hear the guts of it from you.
Yeah, well, I mean, Rebuild the Dream, we're just trying to keep the middle class and working class from just getting devastated. You know, people are graduating off a cliff every spring with student loans, you know, no jobs. 1/3 of American homes are underwater financially. You know, my parents, they bought a house, they were building wealth. They weren't writing a mortgage to lose wealth.
Right.
And so we got a lot of problems, and we wanted to make sure that the people who are hurting, but also people who have solutions, can be heard. So Rebuild the Dream is about that. So, you know, we teamed up with Prince, and, you know, in Chicago, the whole point of this show is just to shine a light on the positive things that are happening. You know, the strikes, you know, got a lot of people upset. You also
teacher
have
strikes.
teacher strike.
Right.
And you also have 55 murders. 55 people died in August alone in Chicago. That's what's on the news. In Chicago, you have people with real solutions, and they're coming together at this concert. When the people come, it's not just about the music. It's about the solutions. It's about people being neighbors again, coming together, helping each other.
So
That's
they're
the only way we're
talking,
gonna
they're leaving with like a number of somebody or a contact, something to like
Absolutely.
further maybe their career, some sort of even bit of hope, right? That they can maybe get in touch with this person, find a job. That's great.
Grassroots. I mean, the thing about it is when you have a search like Prince, he's not red, he's not blue, he's purple. He's above politics. He's above all that nonsense. He's above all that.
And I'm sure people come to you all the time to support their charity. So why did you decide, okay, this is a charity I want to support. I want to team up with Van. I want to team up with Rosario for this one?
Well, mainly, like Van said, is that it's not political. we're at a place now in this country where we're going to have to work together and stop looking at each other's affiliation and start taking care of each other. I mean, it's desperate times.
Well, you probably don't know this, but this is not the first time. I mean, Prince does a lot of charity. I'm not going to say what it is. I'm just going to say that you do it.
Please do.
Because a lot of people don't realize that he's not just there performing. He's helping folks in various ways all the time. This is a remarkable young man. I was going to say kid, but you know.
I know Rosario wants to brag on him too, but the thing is, you know, he's a person of faith. He's a Jehovah's Witness. He's a witness for Jehovah. So he can't go around bragging. But I will tell you, I know for a fact, every city he goes into, he touches people. The thing is, at this point, the crisis is so big, he wants to just bring everybody together around the same table so we can actually help each other. But there's not a city he's gone into he hadn't helped people. Not one.
So you got 3 days of... Did you want to say anything, Rosario?
Yeah, I'd love to know what your involvement and why and what you love about the organization, too.
Yeah, you know, it's actually, and it was so fortuitous, actually, because with my voting organization, we ended up joining up with Rebuild the Dream as well, called Missing Voters, because you have 18 million, you know, people who've lost their homes and they don't know, there's so much confusion and misinformation out there about what they need to do for registration and all that kind of stuff. So it's just giving people access points to be empowered and let people have the opportunity to have as much information as they can as possible, and to petition the banks to make sure that they get as much information, but people in the future also get that information as well. So it's beautiful because on the ground, you know, as Prince was saying to me about this, and when he asked me to be the spokesperson for it, that they're creating a village. You know, and it really takes a village for all of us to come out of this, and it's an opportunity for people to get past whatever shame or fear that they have around losing their jobs, around losing their homes, because you shouldn't have any of that, because there is access points. There are people without homes, and then there are homes that need people, and we just need to give them the resources and the opportunity to make those connections and have those tools for themselves. And that's what he's creating at his concerts.
Well, this is so
the money that he does from the concerts also is going towards that as well. It's so all around, it's so beautiful, and I think it's a model for other people to follow as well.
So this is great. Thank you so much for shedding a light on this. And we want to thank Prince, Rosario Dawson, and Van Jones. If you are in Chicago, check out Prince's Welcome to Chicago tour on September 24th through the 26th. We'll be right back.